There are several species that get really big. Goliath groupers is one of them. You've seen a bunch of those on our show. Some of them were over 600 pounds. There's another species I've been trying to catch for years now. It's called the Warsaw grouper. Warsaws live in very deep water, and my good buddy Jason Boyle is an expert at catching them.
Been reeling in a monster catch right off the Florida Keys. We're talking about this 757-pound swordfish. It took 8 hours to reel in the catch.
Turning everyday catches into shocking encounters. These fishermen have shocked the world, from hauling majestic creatures to stumbling upon colossal dwellers of the depths. Let's explore the remarkable discovery of anglers that, if not filmed, would be hard to believe. Warsaw grouper.
Get up! It's a little soft. He's right. Oh, there he goes. There he goes.
You can tell by their excitement that they reeled in something big. This fishing crew set on a tough mission to catch a giant Warsaw grouper in the Gulf of Mexico. With lots of gear and a strong will, the fishermen fought a tough battle as they hooked something, much like wrestling a sea monster, and they finally reeled in a big catch, a giant 300-pound Warsaw grouper.
That's what they look like right there!
Known for its strength and hard-to-find nature, this fish had avoided them for years. This catch was so massive that it was a real struggle for 4 adult men to bring it aboard. Despite the struggle and the fish's power, they didn't give up. Working together, they finally brought it aboard.
It's a giant!
Now that's what I call a massive catch. Giant pararuku. Encountering a massive fish like this one in the Amazon is definitely a once-in-a-lifetime experience. This giant pararuku, measuring nearly 3 meters long and weighing an impressive 485 pounds, was found about 8 kilometers from Manaus, Brazil. Famous for its huge size, pararuku can often grow over 3 meters and can weigh more than 400 pounds.
It is just, doesn't it look like a missile? Long, streamlined body.
With its tough, bony scales and unique ability to breathe air, it lives in the low-oxygen waters of the Amazon. The pararuku is valued for both its skin and its meat, and has been an important food source for the locals for a long time. Some local fishermen caught this giant, which is now chilling at a local storage facility in Manaus. A fish bigger than a person and beautiful. Well, who wouldn't want that? Mutant fish. In this video, a fisherman from Thailand captures an unusual sea creature, sparking widespread interest on social media. At first, it looked like a piece of driftwood, but it turned out to be a 4-meter-long animal with scales and a slimy body. Its large head, bulging eyes, and sharp teeth made it look like a cartoon character. Even stranger, it had long, thin arms with claw-like ends. Scientists are puzzled by this creature, with some thinking it might be a deep-sea fish, a prehistoric holdover, or a mutant creature affected by environmental factors. What do you think of this creature? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Massive tuna. There is more to tuna than simply being tuna. This fish, found in the dark depths of the sea, around 600 to 1,000 meters below the surface, gives fishermen quite a chase. Now, finding them down there isn't too tricky, but catching them? Well, that's a whole different story. Tuna are smart, and they may dive or swim as you approach them. And you know what? These guys can travel quickly through thousands of miles of ocean, sometimes reaching up to 50 miles per hour, and can be fished and found throughout diverse international regions. Take the Western Atlantic bluefin tuna, for example. These guys can grow up to a massive 4 meters long and weigh an enormous 2,000 pounds. And one more cool thing about this fish, they live for over 20 years. So they're not exactly in a rush. Massive oarfish. A massive oarfish was caught off the Pacific coast by Arica, Chile, and the sight drew a huge crowd of curious onlookers around. This nearly 20-foot-long giant was lifted out of the boat with a crane, and the incredible scene quickly went viral on TikTok, racking up 10 million views. Huge misty grouper. Mystic groupers are fascinating, yet not very well-known species of groupers due to their deep-sea habitat. These groupers live around 150 meters below the ocean's surface, making it nearly impossible for most fishermen to reach them. These groupers usually range from 15 to 50 pounds and live by eating squids, crustaceans, and smaller fish. In this video, we'll see an adventurous fishing crew in the northern Marianas Islands who used advanced tools like an electric reel and a swordfish rod to reel in one of these mystic fish. While their primary goal was to catch groupers, they also hoped to reel in queen snapper and other deep-sea fishes. Remarkably, they also intended to donate their catch to local first responders and those in need back on Saipan. Swordfish. Swordfish are remarkable creatures distinguished by their elongated sword-like bills, perfect for slicing through the water with precision. But what sets them apart is their massive size. Reaching up to an impressive 4.5 meters in length and weighing around 1,400 pounds. But the heaviest ever that was caught was around 1,200 pounds. As they mature, around 4 to 5 years old, swordfish shed all their scales, giving them a sleek appearance in their ocean habitat. Their formidable strength and agility make them apex predators, with few rivals in the sea. Being very swift swimmers, they effortlessly hunt their prey, showing their talent as skilled hunters in the wide oceans. You definitely wouldn't want to run into one of these guys on a casual swim, right? Black rockfish. This fisherman's video quickly went viral when he moved a huge black grouper on a wheelbarrow at a beach in Para, Brazil. This fish, also called black groupers, is going extinct, so there are rules against catching them to save them. Finding one stuck and almost gone shows how tough it is for these endangered fish. Black groupers can grow up to 1.5 meters and weigh up to 180 pounds, living about 30 years.
Fresquinho. Mero.
What's really surprising is that they can change from female to male as they grow, which happens when they're between 2 and 4 feet long, or 11 and 14 years old.
Yeah.
Well, this is some cool stuff. Huge river catch. While out on the hunt for a mysterious Greenland shark in the Arctic, a marine biologist, Jeremy Wade, found himself in an unexpected adventure.
Yes, there's a fish.
When he assisted a local Inuit named Simi in catching food for his sled dogs.
This is a big one. How do we get it through the hole?
Together they reeled in an amazing catch, none other than a huge Greenland shark. The shark was likely caught on the line overnight and required a larger hole in the ice for extraction.
3. Looks like we're going to need a bigger hole.
The shark provided much-needed food for Simi's dogs, highlighting the resourcefulness needed to live in the challenging Arctic environment. Anyways, with its immense size exceeding 3 meters and unique characteristics like an asymmetrical tail and distinctive teeth,
Greenland shark has these very pointy teeth on the upper jaw, that's for gripping.
this Greenland shark provided valuable information into its diet as they discovered various items in its stomach. Truly a remarkable encounter, revealing the secrets of the Arctic depths. Massive creature. A massive sight unfolded when huge waves brought an unexpected visitor to the shore. The size of this creature would make it impossible to miss. At first, people thought it might be a stranded whale or a tiger shark, but experts quickly realized it was a mega-mouth shark, a rare species known for its impressive size. Despite looking quite formidable, these gentle giants are safe to swim around. Unlike some other sharks, they have distinctive features like dark spots under their jaws and unique teeth that make them stand out in the ocean. This rare encounter left everyone on the beach stunned. The megamouth shark was then taken to a research facility for further study to understand more about its mysterious demise. Whale rescue. In October 2022, off the coast of Bataan Province, Philippines, a heartwarming scene unfolded as a group of compassionate fishermen rushed to the aid of two trapped whales. Originally meant to catch smaller fish, the net accidentally ensnared the majestic creatures, posing a dire situation. However, with courage and determination, the fishermen worked tirelessly to free the entangled whales from the suffocating net, restoring their freedom to roam the vast ocean once more. This inspiring rescue serves as a poignant reminder of the importance of safeguarding marine life, ensuring a brighter and safer future for our oceanic friends. Giant stingray. In an amazing fishing adventure, a man caught a massive stingray in the Mekong River, weighing 661 pounds. This huge catch set a new world record for the biggest freshwater fish. His catch showed just how surprising river fishing can be. A team of researchers led by fish biologist Zeb Hogan rushed to check the stingray's size. They found it was over 3.9 meters long from nose to tail. This catch was important because giant stingrays are rare and in risk of disappearing. By tagging and releasing the stingray back into the river, these researchers helped with conservation efforts. Sneaky squid. In an interesting encounter, fishermen were taken aback by the sudden appearance of a giant squid that tried to snatch their catch. This bold attempt by the squid certainly baffled the fishermen, but they swiftly intervened by using a long pole to ward off the curious intruder and protect their hard-earned catch. Their quick thinking and teamwork paid off as the squid finally backed off, letting the crew relax with relief. Despite the initial tension, the giant squid lingered near the boat, almost as if it were biding its time, waiting for the perfect moment to reclaim its prey. Mysterious fish. These fishermen couldn't contain their excitement when they reeled in a big catch. At first, they had no idea what it was, but it was later identified as a leopard catfish, a freshwater fish native to Africa. These catfish are commonly found in rivers, lakes, and swamps across the continent. Weighing around 80 pounds, they often get confused with the pallid sturgeon, which can grow up to 2 meters long. It's quite rare to catch such a large and colorful fish, making this discovery even more exciting for the fishermen involved and the local community. 3-meter shark. Off the shores between San Remo and Ospedalti, Italy, a fishing boat had quite the surprise when a 3-meter shark got tangled up in its nets. This unexpected encounter required the fishermen to step in and help the mighty sea creature. So they tied it to the crane hook and quickly released the shark back into the sea. Now, seeing sharks like this isn't unusual in the Liguria region, Italy. Sharks of similar size are often spotted, showing that they regularly hang out in these waters. The one in this video was a rough shark, also called a cow shark, which has 6 gills and a retractable dorsal fin. These sharks can grow up to 5 meters long, so it seems like these waters are a hotspot for these impressive sea creatures. Faceless fish. Deep beneath the ocean's surface, at depths reaching 4,000 meters, resides a mysterious creature known as the faceless fish. This fish is famous for its strange look, lacking eyes or a visible nose, with its mouth on the lower side of its body. Even though it was first discovered in 1873, it's still rarely seen, making it a mystery of deep-sea exploration. Recently, a team of 27 scientists went on a month-long trip abroad, the Victoria Museum's research ship, to explore the deep ocean and found this faceless fish. Truly a remarkable catch, isn't it? Mangrove crab. Mangrove crabs, also known as mud crabs, are fascinating sea creatures known for their big bodies, smooth shells, and strong claws.
The size of this thing! That is a giant mud.
Usually mud crabs are about 24 centimeters wide and weigh around 8 pounds. But this one seemed even bigger. It might even break some records. These crabs eat small clams, worms, shrimps, barnacles, small fish, plant material, and other crabs. Originally from the Atlantic coast of North America, mud crabs have ended up in over 20 countries worldwide by accident. These crabs sure know how to adapt to different places, unlike me. Chromatic fish. In this video, 3 brothers from Japan go out on a fishing trip. With their lines in the water, they were hoping for a good catch. And suddenly, they felt a tug on the line. And when they reeled it in, they were in for a surprise, a massive 150-pound fish. But here's the twist. Instead of looking like your usual fish, it was more like a piece of wood at first glance. But when they got it on board, it was a whole different story. The thing smelled fishy and even leaked some kind of watery stuff. They tried everything to get rid of the smell and liquid, even using flour. Can you believe it? But here's where it got really interesting. Despite the fish looking old and kind of sick, they decided to take a closer look. And what did they find? The flesh was green. Green! But that didn't stop them from chowing down on their catch. Now, that was what I call an adventurous meal. Shark encounter. In a relaxing ocean swim, a man found himself face to face with a great white shark, a moment both surprising and thrilling. Despite the heart-pounding encounter, it became apparent that the shark's reaction mirrored his own, a mix of curiosity and careful exploration. You know, sharks are naturally curious creatures. When they come across something new in their turf, like humans swimming around, they can't help but check it out. Surprisingly, despite what movies might suggest, they're not really into making a meal out of us. In fact, studies show they usually steer clear of us, maybe because we're not exactly their preferred food source. And instead of being mean, this shark was just curious about the divers swimming nearby. It kept checking them out, probably wondering what they were doing. Even though it was a bit scary, it showed how interesting and complex the relationship between people and sea animals can be. Massive catch. In 2022, Carrie and Brandon Carney, a father-son duo, were fishing off Morehead City when they caught an impressive catch. A massive 504-pound, 8-ounce swordfish, a true titan of the sea, setting a North Carolina state record. But that's not all. Let's rewind back to 1953, when Lou Marin made history with a massive catch off the coast of Chile, a gigantic 1,182-pound swordfish, securing his name in the history of fishing. Carrie's battle to reel in the fish took 2.5 hours, made even harder by a malfunctioning electric reel. This story of catching a massive swordfish shows that these creatures are not easy to handle, and even experienced fishermen find them challenging. Known for their speed, strength, and agility, swordfish are tough opponents in deep ocean waters, often found over 1,000 feet down. And now let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. This image was sent to us by a subscriber. Similarly, if you ever wish to know more about an image you come across, just send it to us. Who knows, we might even feature it in one of our videos. Off the coast of Mayara, fishermen had an unexpected encounter with a massive grouper. As they brought it ashore, bystanders were amazed and curious, witnessing their struggle to lift the enormous fish onto their small truck. Though its exact size wasn't known, estimated at around 200 pounds, it left everyone marveling at the sea's mysteries. However, it's worth noting that while impressive, this grouper wasn't the largest of its kind. Groupers can grow much larger, typically weighing between 400 to 800 pounds on average. So while this catch was noteworthy, it still leaves room for even more incredible encounters out there in the deep blue sea. See you next time.